at home or stuck in place impact you all artistically, songwriting? Did you all take to the internet to play out like some other bands I know?
Yeah, majorly. Yeah, because there was still this opportunity to perform for an audience.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what we want to be doing.
Right.
And like, yes, it was online, but it was giving people something that they so desired. Like, I had no idea how much music and live music meant to people until it was gone.
Right.
I was definitely one of those people who was like, yeah, I don't know if live music is like pumps my blood. I think like other stuff does, and I happened to perform, and without having it, I was like, oh, I'm worse off. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing well. Like, I need that to be happening.
I was glad that I got to hear one of your songs that I really, really love, which is the song Makeup. Tell me everything about that song that you can, because I'm a little bit obsessed with it.
Oh, that's amazing. That song was written on an old Soviet guitar. I bought it online, and it looked beautiful, like online. So I bought it, and then when it came, and I was about to pick it up, it was like a small box. So they disassembled everything, and I had to assemble it,
had
and
to
it
put it
sounded
together?
like crap. It was the worst guitar ever, but it was really beautiful. So I put strings on it, and there was like only 3 chords that sounded good, because once you moved up the neck, everything would sound like crap. So I kept myself like 2-3 chords, and then the song came.
Tell me about if I'm off base with my, what I looked at and what I saw, like how does glam feel for you guys?
Glam?
Yeah.
Well, do you know, I really like, bands like, it can be T-Rex, it can be, but I also like Pink Floyd, your Yes, your Steely Dan. So I guess the glam influence comes in, but as you just said, it's not the main thing. I want to think a cocktail of 70s related stuff that we kind of make work somehow.
If you guys were a sweet treat or a dessert, right? If houseplants was a sweet treat or a dessert, like a cake or a cookie or something, what would you guys be? How would you describe your flavor?
I'm gonna take it because I know what they're thinking. Since we're Portuguese, I'm gonna say pastel de nata.
Ooh, okay.
Because it's crispy on the outside, but sweet on the inside.
Ooh, I would say that's appropriate. Sounds good. All right.
I completely agree. That's what I was about to tell them. Pastel de nata.
Take it on, baby. It's pastel de nata, really.
All right, let's go. Unanimous?
It is. I agree.
Awesome. Cool.
4 out of 4.
Right on.
I gotta tell you guys, everyone who has looked at the lineups, everyone came up to me and said, Saloon Dion, that is the best name. I'm not kidding you. So many people said that. What? How do you feel about the name, and where does it even come from? This pun.
So the name comes from the basis of my old bands. It was basically his PSN name, his PlayStation Network name. So we just stole it for us. But you can speak about how we feel about it now.
Part of me loves it, part of me hates it. I feel like in America it goes down great. Everyone's like, that's so funny. And then in England they're like, you're fucking idiots.
We're easy to please here. We're really easy to please.
Well, I love it.
Yeah, I write and perform my own songs, and it's very instinctive. Yeah. So when I'm in the mood, I'm in my room and write and go with the flow.
Right. Okay. All right. So it's just all natural. It just kind of comes out that way.
Yeah.
Wow, you're you have a lot of like emotions and
I'm so
haunting feelings in your heart and brain, and I appreciate it.
I am an emotional person.
Us too, man. That's why we're really connecting on this.
This project happening by myself in my room, as many people do.
Right, there's like no limits.
So like there were like no limits in tracks, and like also there was no chance to track my drums, and so I started making beats rather to support my songwriting. But now I've been playing a lot of shows alone, and I usually play classical guitar, so I'm really liking this dimensional, like very intimate, soft version of myself. There are two options that they might coexist in the next album. One is like extremely electronic and produced and like quite weird, and another one is like quite
white noise,
narrow it
like
down
more
to the bone of songwriting. You know, like
like more
it's harmony
minimalist.
and vocals, and that's it. You know, so
and
there will be
more
some
focusing on atmosphere, kind of building a feeling,
and on like a take. You know,
sure.
With this one particularly, because it was just me.
Yes.
Felt a bit more intimate and a bit more raw, so I think it kind of brought up that kind of, like I was kind of fighting with the guitar at times, like punching it, and well, it wasn't my guitar, so I'm not gonna say I punched it, but it was a lot more like I think it was more me singing rather than me performing. It was,
right.
But I really enjoyed I've been here alone the whole week,
right?
So it's almost the icing on the cake to perform alone.
Yes.
I feel like I was like Bill Murray in Lost in Translation, walking around the streets of a new city, very disorientated, but it's been amazing, and hopefully it kind of translates in the show of how alone I've been this past week.